Hey guys, what's up? DarcyJ117 here, and welcome back to another FIFA 18 video. Now today, we're going to be taking a look at some potential, but they're basically confirmed Premier League winter upgrades. So this is what will be happening in the ratings refresh around the 13th of February, just going off the time that EA did release it last year. Now last year EA did, I think, 49 cards, something like that. So I've gone for the same amount as they did last year in this video, so some players may have missed out. Let me know in the comments below if there's anyone I missed who you think deserves an upgrade. And by the way, this is just the upgrades, not the downgrades, so let's get right into it. First of all, here we have three goalkeepers. We have David De Gea, who could potentially get a +1 to a 91. I think he deserves it. He's not been upgraded in head-to-head so far, but he's been so good this season. I think a +1 is perfect for him. We have Rob Elliott of Newcastle. You'll know he's been good if you play Fantasy Premier League. He would have got you quite a few points if you've had him in your team. +3 there. And then finally we have Edison, who I think had a +1 in head-to-head. I think Elliott's rating, by the way, that's his new one in the head-to-head. But Edison, I think he deserves an 85 because he has been so good for Man City this season. Probably a bit underrated in my opinion. So now we've got three more goalkeepers. We have Ryan Lossell. No, is it Ryan Lossell? I'm not sure. We got Lossell from Huddersfield, deserving a +4 to a 79. 75 is much too low for him. We've got Nick Pope of Burnley, who has done so well in the absence of Tom Heaton. A +7 there. And then we have Matthew Ryan, who I think deserves a little upgrade as well, because he's showing that he has what it takes to be a keeper in the Premier League. So moving on to the defenders now. First we've got Ashley Young. I think that's a position change as well there to a left wing back or just left back, either or, whatever EA does. And we then have Fabian Delph of Man City. Definitely deserves a little upgrade and a position change to a left back. And then we have Antonio Valencia, another one who's not been upgraded in head-to-head yet. But I think he does deserve a +1 because he has been very good this season. So next now we have three from Tottenham. We have Ben Davies and Kieran Trippier, who have both got those exact upgrades in head-to-head, a +1. Trippier's maybe isn't deserved because honestly he's been so bad for us this season. Like if we had Aurier playing instead of Trippier, we would have conceded probably like 10 less goals. I'm not joking. So many times Trippier's out of position or something like that. He makes an error and the other team score. But anyway, Aurier, I think he deserves a +1 because he was at 83 last year. For some reason EA downgraded him 2. But yeah, he's done good so far. He's proven he's a class player. 82 for Aurier. Next we have Trent Alexander-Arnold of Liverpool. Definitely deserving of quite a big upgrade there from the current 68 rated that he is. We then have Ward from Burnley, who's been so good for them this season, deserving of a little upgrade there. And we also have Joe Gomez of Liverpool. Whether he'll get a position change to a right back, I'm not sure, but he has been playing there quite a few times for Liverpool. So next here we do have John Stones, +1 for him. Definitely would be deserved. We then also have Phil Jones. Now in head-to-head, EA have given him a +2. I think it should only be a 1, but we'll see. And then we also have Nicholas Otamendi, who also has that rating in head-to-head now as well. Definitely deserving because he has been outstanding this season. One of the best players in the world. Not just out of defenders, but overall, he has been so good for Man City this season. We next have three more defenders. I think these might be the last ones. We have Matthias Jorgensen, or Janka, if you play Fantasy Premier League, from Huddersfield alongside Schindler. They both deserve little upgrades because Huddersfield's defence has done fairly well. And then we have Ghazi of West Brom. Although they're not doing too good, he has individually been quite good, and I think he wasn't on the game before, so EA sort of didn't know how good he was going to be, but now he's proven himself to be pretty decent in the Premier League, so a 76 rating for him would be thoroughly deserved. Three more defenders now. I think these are the last ones. We have Ben Mee and Tarkowski of Burnley, who have both been so good. Definitely both deserving of a little upgrades there. And then we have Davinson Sanchez of Tottenham, who has been amazing for us after coming in from Ajax, and quite a substantial pace upgrade there as well. So that's going to be a very OP card if he does end up getting any sort of informs. Two more. These are the last ones. I know these are the last defenders now. We have Maguire and we have Lascelles. Maguire, he's been linked to Man City and Arsenal now, so yeah, it's obvious that he should be a bit higher than a 75. Lascelles, he's been nominated for Player of the Month 2 times, I think, over 2 months, so definitely deserving of a little bit of an upgrade. Now, finally we have the midfielders. First of all, we have Pascal Gross of Brighton. I think the only Brighton player in this video. He's got the most goals and the most assists for Brighton, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, he's been so good, definitely deserves a little upgrade. Alongside there, Aaron Moy of Huddersfield, who has been a revelation for them in the Premier League after Man City selling him to Huddersfield. And then we have Harry Winks, who has been amazing, especially in those 2 legs against Real Madrid in the Champions League, +4 minimum. Next we have Fernandinho and Decore here. Fernandinho, people maybe thought that he would drop off a bit as age is sort of catching up with him, but he has just gone and got better. A +2 is already what he got into head-to-head. I don't think he'll go higher, so yeah, a great upgrade there for him. And then Decore of Watford, he's actually quite young. I think he's only about 25 or something, maybe 26. But yeah, a bit of an upgrade there for him as well. Next up, Kevin De Bruyne, best player in the league this season, probably. A +1 there, if not a +2, but that might be taking it a little bit too far at the moment. And then on the right we have David Silva, who some reason's only an 87 rated, but he has done so good this season. I'm not sure if he still has the most assists, that might be De Bruyne now. But yeah, a +2 there for David Silva, thoroughly deserved. And in the middle, Dele Alli. He did want an 86 rated card for FIFA, so maybe EA just sort of will give that to him, as that's what he said in like the promotional ratings video or something. But he at least deserves a +1 to an 85, which he should have at least had at the start of this year. Next up we have Wayne Rooney, who should not have gone down to an 81. He's shown that he's still class, been amazing for Everton, got quite a lot of goals and quite a few assists. Loftus-Cheek of Crystal Palace, getting a fairly big upgrade there. I think he's on loan there from Chelsea. If not, they must have bought him, but yeah, he's done very good, and I think he's also made his international debut, so yeah, very good season for him so far. Also, Jesse Lingard of Man United. In the past few months, he has been amazing. He's got like 9+ goals and like 7+ assists, something crazy like that. But he's on an amazing form and definitely deserves a +2 upgrade right there. Next, we move on to the wingers. First of all, Leroy Sané, a +1. He sort of dropped off a bit now, but the first half or so of the season, he was absolutely amazing for Man City. We then have Mohamed Salah, who of course has been another one of the best players in the league this season. A +1 for him. I don't think he deserves an 85 quite yet. An 84 +1 would be perfect. And then we have Raheem Sterling, a +2 from Man City up to an 84, who's been one of their best players and most important players this season, scoring quite a lot of winning goals for them. Next we have Choupo-Moting of Stoke, and he's done quite well this season, including like a brace against Man United. He's done very well, a +2 if not a +1. Then we have Richarlison of Watford, who's dropped off a lot recently. I think in the past 10 games he's only got 2 assists. Before that he had like 6+ goals and like 5+ assists or something. So he still does deserve a bit of an upgrade to a lower rated gold. And then Riyad Mahrez of Leicester, showing that he is still a class player. I think he's one of the top scorers overall in Fantasy Premier League this season. So yeah, definitely a +1 there for him. And finally we have the strikers. First of all, Gabriel Jesus of Man City. It must be hard, it must be really hard for Pep having to choose between him and Aguero, but he's out with an injury at the moment, so that made it a bit easier. But he's done great this season, so a +1 there for him. On the right we have Jamie Vardy, who also deserves a +1, and going down to an 81 was perhaps a bit too low for him. He has scored quite a few goals and got quite a few assists for Leicester this season. And then in the middle we have Harry Kane. He has had such a good season so far, even though he didn't score any goals in August. But he's had such a good season. A +3 might be a little bit too far. It's definitely what he deserves, but EA might only go up to that 87. I think at the moment in head-to-head he's at an 86. Maybe he's gone up to an 87. But an 88 would definitely be deserved. 90 shooting might be pushing it. Might have to wait until FIFA 19 for that, when who knows, maybe he'll have a 90 rated card. But the final 2 players now, 2 more strikers. We have Roberto Firmino of Liverpool, a +1 there for him, thoroughly deserved, he's been great. And then we have Dominic Calvert-Lewin of Everton, a +9, the biggest upgrade in this video I believe. But he has just been so good for Everton, scoring lots and also setting up lots of goals. So that is it for all of the upgrades, guys. For example, I left out Coutinho now because he's gone to Barcelona, and there might be actually some new transfers into the league now, which I didn't think about when I was making this video, but that might have happened now when you're watching it, who maybe do deserve upgrades if they're coming in from other leagues, for example. So guys, that is basically it for this video, so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next vid.